Mr. and Mrs. Duck. They think my pool is a duck pond. Watch this. I can sneak up on them. See that gray cloud right there? I think it's about to pass. And then I'm out of here, going for a little walk. Just waiting for the rain to pass, I'm gone. Yesterday I had 2 ducks in my pool, so I had to throw that orange out. And see that orange right there in the pool? There's 2 ducks in the pool, these pesky ducks, man. I didn't hit them or hurt them, but I mean, I scared them off. It's good enough for me. I think that gray cloud's gonna pass. Let's do it. I think the gray cloud is gonna pass. Show you guys something cool. Got my Aura building right here, man. It's a project. Downtown Sacramento, bro. High-rise building. Look at this. In case you guys didn't see it in the shot. See right there? This is my sun water. I'm hoping that we'll get a little sun. And I can leave that sucker out. Get a nice dose of vitamin D. It's called sun-charged water. But it's not raining right now, so I mean it's just barely sprinkling, and I think it's gonna pass by. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I don't get caught in a downpour. I did bring an umbrella just in case. I brought a backpack with an umbrella in it in case it does happen. But you know what? You gotta just enjoy the circumstances of the weather right now. There's those pesky ducks over there. Look at those skies coming at me right there. You see that? This is why I went outside. That's pretty much the entire looking to the west right there, so that's what's coming at me. But above me is gray. We gotta leave the community here. Open the gate. Boom. Oh, let me back in. I had a hearing actually here with the community because I live in an HOA, and so they wanted me to know that I have to park cars in the garage. I have a 4-car garage. And you have to park all the cars in the garage, not in the driveway. So I'm trying to do with less cars, and that was a big hearing. It was kind of a big deal. It's like a big deal around here. And Leave It to Beaver Town, where if you park a car in the driveway, dude, you're busted, bro. It's a big deal. You're fired. Car in driveway, man. So that's what I'm working on. Now I'm gonna park all the cars in the garage. That's the new thing. Welcome to paradise. Sun's gonna break on through, so it's like kind of a big deal to see me out here on the street. People were stopping. Okay, so in 2005, when I first built that house, you know, they built the community in the middle of Broderick, and Broderick is this has kind of this old reputation of being dangerous, right? And here's the real story behind Broderick. I'm gonna give you a little inside scoop, something that's not in the news or online anywhere. But so my dad's got this investor group he's had for years. Every Thursday, these old guys, they meet at this coffee shop, drink coffee, and talk about deals. You know, talk about deals. That's what they do. And so one of the guys in the group is a guy called Anthony Smyrns. And he is this old OG guy who's a former DA of Yolo County. So he's an attorney. He's retired, pretty much retired now, but he still is an attorney. And he's a former DA. So basically, like, he would prosecute people back here in Yolo County back in the day. So he's telling me the story about how the real story about this group called the Broderick Boys back in the day when he was the DA and he was prosecuting these guys. The story behind the guy who actually dealt with them head on. And these guys were so lawless back here. They would just go around robbing and stealing and killing people without any avail until there was a new sheriff in town. And then Tony Smyrns became the DA. And they basically put some sort of fear of God in these guys. Guys pushed any further. If they committed any more crimes, then they would just come and lynch them. You know, there wasn't going to be any trial. This is like a lawless time, putting so much fear in these guys that the crime ended up slowing down because the sheriff ended up having like free reign to where like nowadays you can't just go out and lynch somebody. If you're a sheriff, you have to go through all these processes. But somehow it was so localized back then to where like, you know, there was no like Bill of Rights for these. There's like no rights for these guys. Like everyone knew who the Broderick Boys were, and if they committed one more of these lawless crimes, they're going to come in. So they kind of like quieted these guys down. And pretty crazy story, the real deal of the Broderick Boys. And it's a lot safer now, especially with the sun out. A little storm update, man. Look at this.
Blue skies smiling at me. Nothing but blue skies. Blue I see. Blue sky, blue sky.
I'm very passionate about like following the Casey Neistat strategy on this channel of controlling and doing everything. You know, I found a lot of guys out there on YouTube who are, you know, bigger than me. I mean, some are smaller than me, some are bigger. They hire somebody to film them or be with them and have a crew with them, and they pay all this money. Hey, I mean, I think that would be cool to do on occasion, but you lose a lot of control. You lose a lot of the personalization of things when you have a company or a person that you hire to do the editing for you and be there to film you. I mean, look at Logan Paul. The guy's a giant. That's what he does. Fell in love with YouTube to begin with Casey Neistat. And his ability to really relate to the audience one-on-one, like as a filmmaker, as a producer, as a director, as the star, you know, as the movie maker, the whole package. This area is really magical for me. So hopefully you find the benefit in that. If you do, let me know. Comments here. Theodore Becker says, intermittent fasting leaned me out while getting me stronger. Way to go. Chris Sullivan says, hey, this is the most useful and interesting video I've seen on your channel. This is on the one I answered Sergio's question on about how much food to eat and protein intake, vitamins. There are questions here on like how old are you? So there's an about us section on the channel. You can read about that. Ernesto, he says, hey, you really did find the fountain of youth. You should write an ebook about it and get this information out to the world. Ernesto, thank you, brother. I really did, and it's multifaceted. It's something that no one's ever done before. Most of the information has been covered in videos over the last few years, but it's going to have to be systematically organized into a process. It's definitely going to be fascinating when it does come out, because it's going to be a whole new way of looking at aging and about, you know, fitness and aesthetics and the whole aspect. So something that no one's ever done before in the process that I've created of combining different things from masters over the years. People all happy recognizing me. It's always fun. All right, Bill. Look at the clouds. Well, they're still coming towards me. That as well. Should be good. The best part is I get to get a tan and not age and not wrinkle. Get a nice badass tan. So hard doing intermittent fasting, and it really is. And just like anything that's challenging, there's such a good reward at the end of it. You know, if it's hard for you, hit the like button, man, because it really is hard. It's hard for me every day. Don't ever think that it's just going to be easy peasy, because we live in a world where there's such convenience to eat food, and you just go to the fridge and there you go. Go to the pantry, there you go. So I do limit myself on what I keep at the house and in the fridge and pantry. I don't want to make things too easy to access, because as soon as the willpower is gone, boom, I'm reaching for it. You know, the willpower kind of develops over the day, but it does get challenging, and willpower strengthens. So hopefully I can give some motivation to you to keep it up, because I do believe and I've experienced that intermittent fasting really is the key. It's not just calories, it's not calories, it's not like exactly what you're eating, but it's a matter of how long you're going to stay fasted before you do eat. And that's going to do it in this video. If you like this, hit the like button, leave a comment below. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Damn proud, man. Damn proud. Have a great day.
All of them gone. Nothing but blue skies overhead from now on.